Hello, my name is Justin Larshite, and this is the Week 5 discussion for IO Psychology. Question number one: what do you see as the biggest challenge in motivating the next generation of workers? After reviewing the readings and all the videos and everything, and looking at obviously the next generation, I think overcoming laziness. And in order to overcome laziness, specific motivational factors must be identified. Every person, generation, culture is different with regard to what motivates them, and managers and leaders must make a conscious effort to mold and articulate their motivational strategies down to the individual. It is a monumental task and it can lead to some burnout. However, especially if you have a lot of employees. However, the payoff pertaining to job satisfaction and job performance will be evident and long lasting. Um, it's just to elaborate on my notes just now. It just seems like there's no uh, go-getter attitude, I guess, for lack of better words. The ambition and willingness to go beyond what is expected of them in the younger generation are some traits that I don't really see a whole lot of. I've personally experienced that with individuals that I've hired for my company. Things that I hear, which you can never, it's hearsay. However, you're a human and you hear things and take it as you want it and take it with a grain of salt. And I just see that laziness is a big issue. And that lack of initiative. There you go. That initiative is a big thing. Efficacy for yourself is a big thing, and so I think that's very important. Number two, what theory of motivation best applies to your motivation at work and school? I really liked Urwick's Theory Z, which states each individual should know the organizational goals precisely and the amount of contribution through his efforts towards these goals. And each individual should also know the relation of organizational goals is going to satisfy his or her needs positively. Um, I think I like it. It applies to myself, my work, and my school because it has a strong human intrinsic motivational element. Meaning motivation is derived from more of a social interaction and communication. Going forward, it's stated that it postulates it as a strong bond between organization and employees, employee participation and involvement, no formal organizational structure, and human resource development. Further reinforcing what I just said about having that strong human intrinsic motivational element. That when you are aware of the expectations of yourself within the context of the organization and you understand how you fit within that organization and how you can not only benefit yourself but benefit the organization through your effort, can really lead to a lot of motivation and energy and activity to do your best and to really succeed and then to therefore get job satisfaction. I've seen that within my own employees where when I involve them and with mutual participation on jobs and get their involvement on what they think, how a job should be done, not just directing them on what exactly how I think it should be done, but getting their thoughts as well, empowers them and gives them that kind of going on the expectancy theory. When they have the belief in themselves that they can do it, that they can accomplish the task at hand, and the reward is there, and the reward satisfies their let's say craving or what they feel they should be rewarded for that task or for that effort, then people have motivation. And therefore, when my employees have been involved with things and empowered with making decisions that are important for the organization and themselves, then they obviously have that motivation because they believe in themselves. The reward is there. Yes, reward is always going to be a motivational factor, but it's not sustainable. And I'll go on to that in the next question. However, but if they have that intrinsic motivation and empowerment, then I think they will really do well. And so therefore I really like Eric's theory Z. Number three, some people believe it is inappropriate to use rewards to regulate behavior, which is the essence of reinforcement theory. Do you agree with this criticism? Um, yeah, rewards will only work for so long. The need for greater and greater reward is not sustainable, and to use it as a means to regulate behavior is almost just mediating the environment that's evoking the behavior in the first place. Um, a lot of those other motivational theories talked a lot about rewards. Obviously, like I just talked about, the expectancy theory. And then the next one, I forgot what it was, but the last one that Porter and Lawler's expectancy theory that went even further into it, which I like because the original expectancy theory was very just it only really focused on three variables: effort, performance, and reward, for motivation. And however, Porter and Lawler's theory talks about the different traits and role perceptions that go into motivation, and how those can affect a person's motivation to then perform and get reward. So that was very interesting. Um, Last one, or last part of it: parents and teachers control behavior through rewards and punishments. Why is it considered inappropriate in the workplace? There needs to be something else that motivates an individual, both intrinsically and extrinsically, to behave in constructive and positive ways. Um, we're not kids. I like that one theory. I can't think of it at the top of my head, but it talked about immaturity, maturity, and how obviously when you're in the workplace, you're expected to act mature. And acting mature involves a lot more variables than just, let's say, acting like an adult, or being told you're going to get something and then acting in a certain way because you were told that you're going to get something, like exactly reward. And there has to be some type of intrinsic motivational factor that gives somebody more purpose than just going to work for your paycheck. That purpose will really go a long way with motivation and inspiring proper activity and performance that in the end gives satisfaction. And so, that purpose, purpose really resonates with me, because in my earlier career, I thought that owning a business was all about just making money and having power over people and everything like that. When, as I've grown older, there's a lot more that goes into that. And myself, just I thought that I just wanted to make money, and that's not it. You're going to burn out. You're not going to be happy, or have joy or anything like that, unless you're a very shallow person. But that's not me, and I find that purpose and intrinsic motivational factors are really a good thing when you want to have positive job outcomes. So that's all of my discussion. Thanks.